And we're back. First of all, this video was first seen on Patreon TV Uncut. The Patreon link is in the description for you to get these exclusive interviews and videos and tips and everything first before everybody else. It also gives us the creative license to say what we want without being hit by the algorithm. Also, follow me on Instagram at Trucker Brown. Now, we're here with the infamous Tiffany Hannah. Some would say she gets special treatment, but whatever. We're going to say, why would a person go to Prime? They're just watching this, they're just thinking, how to get my CDLs, right? Why would I go to Prime over CR England? Or why don't I go to Swift? Warner, you know what I'm saying? Why don't I go to Maverick? Give me another one. Crest. You know what I'm talking about?
Company?
Yeah.
Let's see what I got.
Hey, give us a couple other names other than Prime. You know what I mean? Warner. CR England, Swift, Night Transportation.
U.S. Express.
U.S. Express. U.S. Express. U.S. Truck.
You know?
Why would I choose Prime?
Why you got to make them?
Okay? Because it's dramatic. Why would I choose Prime? Yes.
I don't know why you would choose Prime.
Don't flip it. I'm asking you a simple, direct question. Why you got to do that, Tiffany?
What? Listen, are you interviewing me?
Okay, you're right. I'm back on.
So I can answer. I can answer the way I want to answer the question, right?
You got it.
Right? We can agree to disagree.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna answer the question.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Because I have to do that. I can't really talk in third person. So I got to answer like it was me, and the reason why I would choose Prime.
Why I will go to Prime?
Because one, it's the highest paying training company out there. Number one, the highest.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Yes.
Now Maverick do 41 cents a mile walking out the door.
We just got to raise our company drivers did.
How much?
And before the raise, it was 42 to 48 cents a mile, just depending on what you was driving and what you were hauling. In reference to the truck,
and the
truck size, and then yes. So, thank you very much.
I got $487 during training.
Hey, then you had too much. You needed some more tax deductions. Because the guarantee, I'm glad you said that actually, because I do want to touch on that, okay? Because it's a misconception of what your actual guarantee is, right? So, as far as why would as a new person wanting to get into CDL, get their CDL, get into trucking, right? And being out here driving just the different brands of trucks and things like that is because the length of the training program, right? I'm not fond with trucking schools that have 2 to 4 weeks of training. To me, it's just not enough. It's not. I know you don't want to be on a truck with somebody for months, you know, but it's a small price to pay to get what you need to do to be successful, you know. So I really like the one-on-one training, you know. So for that aspect of it, then yes, I would choose Prime. As far as the money, again, it is the highest paying training company out there while you're in training.
You know.
Okay. And we talk about a $700 guarantee.
You really get the $700 though?
That's what I want to talk to you about. You do get the $700. I'm guaranteeing you $700 a week gross. There it is.
Here comes the punchline. Okay.
That's not a punchline. That's $700 a week. I'm giving it to you. Now, I don't know how many deductions you have, your insurance or whatever else that comes out.
Does their state matter? Like if they Virginia has higher taxes than Missouri, am I gonna get, you know?
I don't know. If I don't know on it, I can't speak on it. I don't know. But it is $700 at your gross.
But if you got child support and deductions and all that, you got to deal with what you got to deal with.
That's on you. They're giving you the guarantee.
I seen a thing on Facebook here. I think you may know this young lady, a fair-skinned young lady. She said, I just got out of the Prime training. It was the worst experience I ever had in my life. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but she said the TNT was the worst?
No, she just said that overall. She didn't say anything about TNT. She just said overall, from start to finish, it was the worst experience
I don't know if
she ever had, and she was with Prime. Can you explain to me why one student would say it's awesome, the other ones would not? What do you think? Why would someone say that about Prime?
Here it is. Like I said all the time, we think we have a fail-safe program, you know, but it's good, bad, and ugly with everything. You got good trainers, you have bad trainers, but we don't know how to fix it if we don't know what's broken. A lot of people come into training and they get into a situation that they don't like, they're uncomfortable with, right? My skin hanging out. I'm sorry. Right? But I ain't trying to get views like that.
They can't see
what I'm saying?
Good.
But
I'll take them
you're so silly. But they get into a program, you know, and they go through an ordeal, right? And they don't say anything. They get frustrated and they just say, forget it, I'm gonna stick with it, you know, until it's over with. Right?
Couldn't they just be a bad student? Could they
it happens. I mean, I tell you what, I've been training for a long time, several years, and I never want to give up on the student. I don't. You know, some students need more help than others, but I never want to give up on a student. And for the first time in my life, training, I had to about 10 students ago, and that hurt, you know. But
you just couldn't do it.
They didn't need to be driving a bike. You know, it was just one of those things.
In your good conscience, you couldn't pass them on to the next level.
No, I couldn't. I mean, matter of fact, when I took this individual in, I said, you know, I can't co-sign to anything at all. My recommendation is that we send them home. You know.
Dang, you don't do them like that, though.
It's the truth. Would you want me to put out a driver that's not going to be safe driving next to your family, your kid?
No.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I like the program. You know, but another reason why I like the program is this: that individual still had to be evaluated by Prime. So they still took this person in, you know,
tried to see what they could do.
Yep, put them with another trainer. You know what I mean? In-house, you know, and then we still ended up, you know, a couple weeks later. They want to give them a fair chance, you know. So
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
So it's more of, but you believe if you had family members, which you have, and you told them they're going to get their CDLs, the only company you would send them to is Prime.
As far as the training program, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's just my recommendation, you know. After you get it, you know, I say do your research, whatever fits your lifestyle, you know. A lot of people want to get into this, so I just want to get my CDL, and then I'm going to go home and drive locally. It doesn't always work that way, you know. Not where you're going to be making some money, you know. You have your, what I call your boot camp year, you know, and then after that, then you can pick, choose, and refuse where you want to go. Just get that year out the way, because most companies, prestigious companies anyway, that's going to pay you some money, they want to see that you've been out there on the road.
A year OTR.
Yes. So
you don't, and I always say this, you don't recommend someone drive for 3 months and say, I'm going local.
No.
But they may tell you, I can make the same amount of money locally.
Every now and then you get a person that looks up. But they go from driving combination vehicles to a big straight vehicle. And they loading Pepsi products or Coke products. I'm just saying.
As an example.
Yeah. So
I agree with that too. I agree. Well, I feel like if you can't do 2 flat years flat backing, okay, 2 flat years, you need to get your CDL back.
That's going a little bit too far.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Because all you're going to do is going to go home, you're going to realize they're going to cap your check, and then you're going to get used to that little $700, $800 local check. And you're going to say, I'm working hard for that. And then you're going to try to revert back and jump into an OTR situation that's paying way more money, your dream job, and you're going to be in your feelings when they tell you you don't have OTR experience.
Correct.
You got to start over.
Correct.
You have to put this in perspective before you sign the paper. I say 2 years. I don't say 1 year. The place that I'm at now is a beautiful program. You make lots of money. I probably make more than a person driving 3,000 miles. I could do 1,500 miles and completely dwarf their check where I'm at right now. But you need 2 years to get in. If you rush home, it knocks you out of that Unless you just know you're never going to reach for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to know. And most people don't know.
Right.
They assume because they're getting home. Then something changes in their home life and they're like, screw this, I'm going to go to TR. I had my CDLs for 2 years. And that's not what the paper says.
But the thing is, also, though, you have to look at it from another perspective. And it's another thing that I always say. 80% of people that come into trucking, it's not because it's something that they wanted to do. They didn't do their research. They run it. You know, they got put out. A bad relationship. They lost a job. They lost their house. The last resort. Yes. So at that very moment, you're not looking at how long this is going to take me. You're looking at, I got a house and a rolling paycheck. This is a safe haven. You know, so yeah, they get in it. They make a little bit of money. They're on their feet per se. It's like, okay, I want to go back home now. You know, this helped me get ahead. It got me out of the slum where I was at.
Those people make me sick. They make me sick because you're basically using the situation, and they're never the best drivers on the road.
I can't say that.
I absolutely can't say that with
unequivocal question. Say that.
They're the ones who are leaving the landing gear too low, a little too high.
Nope.
They're the ones who got a pop tire and they're not getting it fixed and they just throw it inside the pool. Nope. Those are the ones.
No. I disagree.
Why?
I disagree because if you have a person, an individual that this is their last straw, they got to give it everything that they got.
They should.
Yeah.
But I think the person that comes...
So that's an individual basis. Laziness has no... I mean, it's like, you could be... You lazy, man.
I'm top dog.
Lazy.
Top dog.
Lazy.
Top dog. Look, let me tell you, I'm a runner, okay? Once I get the wheel, that's the deal. And you know why? Because
it's more to driving than just holding the wheel.
Yeah, let's get a check too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when you get off the truck?
I've been flat. This is the thing that I don't like about y'all. I've been flat back if I even knew LoShawn existed.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just saying.
If LoShawn gets off the truck,
you become comfortable in an uncomfortable position. And when you become comfortable in an uncomfortable position, don't look at me like that. You become complacent. What's the matter?
Lies.
That's the truth.
Let me tell you something. A person who comes into trucking and they're not looking at it as a career, is not looking at it the same way as the person saying, this is what I wanted to do. There's no way you can convince me that they do.
Correct. They don't look at it that way. But once they're in it, it changes things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you go and you go shopping for clothes, right? And you see this dress, it's like, I gotta buy this dress. This is the color they want. It's the only one they got. It's ugly. It's ugly on the hanger. But when you put it on, it's a good fit. It looks good. It's the same thing. Sometimes you don't understand, or you can't even respect it until you get in it. And when you get in it, it fits good. It's like that shoe. If it fits, tie that thing up.
True.
If not, take it off. Get another pair.
Most of the people that I've run into trucking that were pieces of excrement, okay, use that word. Most people I run into is because it wasn't their career choice.
I mean, but
it was because they just, I did it because this, and that, and then it's like I'm not willing to go over to the extra mile. As far as LoShawn leaving, I'm not even worried. Look at my face, look. You know what I'm saying? I'm flat back in the oil field. No, I'm not worrying about him leaving.
I mean, I'm just saying that this was not about him leaving you and whatever. You didn't get feelings. It's okay. It's all right.
I'm an emotional person. I don't mind anything to you.
Both of y'all.
You know, if you love people that can't express their feelings to you, that's how you end up in fucked up situations.
That's right.
I'll bleep that out. If you understand that my situation changes, and this is the same thing for people coming into the game who didn't think this is going to be what they... Because when they come into the game and it's not their career choice, first of all, they think it's easy.
Yes. A lot of people come in, they think all they have to do is drive. They
say, oh, it's just driving from point A to point B. That's and like you said, it's more than that. The people who are coming in as a career, even if they don't know it's not more than that, they're willing to go the next level to make it work. When I've trained people who were just doing this as a last resort, or I went through trucking school with the people who were doing it as a last resort, they never last over 2 years. And I'm in touch with all of them.
I can't say that about, because I've done the same thing. And some of them, yes, they fall off. But others adapt and overcome. It's the truth. Why are you giving me that eye? It is
because it's a puff piece.
It's not a puff piece.
It kind of is.
You just don't want to accept it.
It's no point in accepting it. It's not a If I call these people now, all of them are out of trucking. They leave. They say, I wasn't expecting it to be like, I thought it was just going to be like this.
But that's not everybody.
Well, I mean, you can say that about anything. You can say that about cancer people. You can say that about breathing. You can say that about jumping off of a building.
My point exactly.
But most.
I can't say that. Have you talked to most? You just talked to the ones that you dealt with.
That's most enough for me.
For you, but we're talking about in a whole.
That's enough for me. And I can even recognize them in the comments. I can look at a comment and I can tell who came in this to before a career and who did it because this was around. I can just look at what they're saying. The complaints that they have are not even legitimate complaints. They're complaints because they're uncomfortable and they thought this was going to be a comfortable situation.
I mean, some people just complain just to hear themselves talk. Some people just talk. It could have absolutely nothing to do with the situation at hand. They just want to talk. You know what I mean? It's just like...
the people complaining at a company, because, you know, there's a group of people complaining at every company.
Oh, yeah.
Could you say that the majority or a higher percentage of those people are the ones that didn't come into this as a career? No. They're the ones that didn't expect it to be hard.
I can't say that because I don't know everybody's story.
That's being literal.
That's the truth. Call it.
That's being literal. Right now, this is simple conjecture. This is just
you can call it what you want, but it's the truth. I don't know everybody's story. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna make me mess up my eyes. What she's trying to do? She's trying to take me out of my religious character when I'm trying to get myself right with God. You see what I'm saying? Because your ducking of the issue is just ridiculous,
okay, for instance, let me explain this to you. Okay, right? Prime just made this driver advisory board, right? Mm-hmm. When it came about, I knew nothing of it. I got an email that said, hey, you've been selected. Out of 7,000 drivers, we selected 150 to be the voice of Prime, to represent Prime and figure out how we can, fix different things, the concerns, from on a driver level that we're not hearing because everybody's not coming to us, right? Mm-hmm. So they said, what do you think was going to be? Why do you think you'll be the best asset to this team, right? So we had to send in a little write-up why I would be a best fit to be on the driver advisory board, okay? Mm-hmm. They originally was supposed to pick 20 drivers out of the 150 applicants, right? Mm-hmm. They only picked 18. And I was the only woman that was chosen, okay? There were some more that they were recommended, but they weren't selected.
They sucked.
I can't say they sucked. Again, I don't know their
story.
They
just mathematically did not match up to you.
I wouldn't say that either. What I'm saying is that once the board was selected, of course, everybody had their gripes and moans. Why she? And then in the first write-up said, well, it said that it had all of our names right and had how many years you've been driving, right? And it was everybody's years was wrong. Mine said 1 year, right? So in this forum, it's like, you got new drivers, they don't even know what they're doing. She's only been driving a year, or it should be more women, she don't know that, she just been here, yada yada, and or she's the only African American, she's the only minority, and I dealt with that, but people not knowing my story, you don't know. I deal with, okay, when they ask the question, what can we do to fix Prime? I got 24 hours a day. Lolo told me, stop giving my phone number out. I still do it. I'm just saying. My phone rings literally 24 hours a day, with different gripes, concerns, and they'll just call and say, hey, I got this load going down into Montana, and I just want to know why the sky red. It has that was my point. It has absolutely nothing to do with trucking,
And you believe it's just these people, or all people are individuals and it has nothing to do with them being, you know, pathetic drivers that didn't understand what they were getting into when they signed the paper. You believe it's just everybody's individuals, and you can't say that this group of people is yada yada yada. That's pretty much what your answer is.
That's exactly what
that
I'm
is. Preposterous.
No, it is not.
It is a PC answer. It is a politically correct answer. Yeah, I got it out.
That is the truth.
Politically correct answer.
That's the truth. It's not politically correct. It's the truth.
So my assessment is what? Harsh, crass?
Your assessment is one way.
There is only one way, Tiffany Hannah. There's only one way. There's the way that let me tell you something. You know who I champion? The career people, the people that say, you know, I'm going to go into trucking, and this is what I want to do. The people who were 5 years old like me and said, Mom, I'm gonna drive one of them trucks.
I never said that.
Okay, well, look, everybody ain't built like. I get it.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Exactly.
But when you went into it, you weren't like, this is gonna be easy.
No, I didn't think it was gonna be easy.
And it wasn't your last resort, Miss 5 degrees either, was it? Military experience, 5 degrees. You could have did anything you wanted to. So you had to have wanted to go into trucking in some field.
All I'm simply saying is this.
See, she just ducked me. You see that?
I'm not ducking you. I'm not. Here it is. Since we're throwing out degrees and things like that,
yes,
right?
5.
I have to go on this. This is, and I live by it. That's what my father says.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Half of it, everybody says.
Okay.
The sky is the limit. You've heard me say this a million times.
I've heard you say it.
The sky is the limit, but that's for small dreamers. So you can call it what you want. You can sugarcoat it. You can put caramel on it. Right? But just because...
Yeah.
I mean, you have lawyers, you have doctors that are in this field. They fell on hard times. They got in, and then they love it. They're still doing it.
That's nice. That's nice. But we're talking about you, okay? You had other opportunities, and you said, I'm going to do trucking. Now, the person who doesn't have other opportunities, they're just like, man, I'm going to do it because I heard I can make some money, and they jump in there. Do you think they're going to be as dedicated and open to the details and learning their craft as someone like you who made a conscious choice to I'm going to do trucking over my aerospace degree? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm cut from a different cloth.
I'm done. Y'all will never see this person again. Do you understand me? Because you making the old TV come out. I'm trying to keep it.
What? I'm being me, you be you. I'm simply saying that.
You can't back her into a controversial answer, bro.
She played that real smooth.
I'm not playing. I'm serious. That is the truth, man. It is what it is.
All right. Listen.
Really, did you just vape in my face?
No, I didn't. I would have to be damn near kissing you to vape in your face. I went in front of the camera, okay? Tiffany Politician Hannah. That is her new name.
That is not. That's the Wright brother.
I don't understand why Tiffany...
He's the politician.
I don't think you should be a trucker.
Huh?
I think you should be a corporate lawyer. That was your call. You missed that call. You should have been a lawyer.
My daddy said that.
You should have been a lawyer.
No.
Because
they lie. I didn't tell a lie.
Puff piecing and lying, are they the same thing? Like, is that
I didn't puff piece nothing.
You literally, they gonna go back and watch it.
I don't care.
You can go back and watch it.
I don't have to.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the text next to her face every time I think she's puff piecing. And after I ask something, it's gonna be like, bloop, puff piece, watch. And then you're gonna say it, and they're gonna be like, yup, she did spin that.
I'm not spinning anything.
You should be a lawyer. If I ever get a multi-million-dollar company, you're gonna be my corporate lawyer immediately.
I have to have all that.
You can go in there and make them believe we gonna sell ice cubes to whales, man. I swear. You're pretty good. Prime should be lucky to have you. I haven't been able to steal you away yet. We're gonna get on out of here. We gotta get to bed and do this truck show stuff. When does the truck show start?
Yesterday. Today. It started today.
Probably show up there about 12.
It started today.
What time should we be there in the morning is what I mean.
What are you going to do?
Huh? I don't really have nothing to do. I'm just going to loaf. Like, I'm just going to get some footage.
I would say you get there about 10.
10.
Okay, then come 11.
That's probably when I'll show up. Probably about 12:31. I ain't gonna lie.
Why you always
How
act
you
like you got
12:31? You got somewhere to be.
That's the time the filming crew starts with us at 12/31.
So why don't you get there and mingle with other people before that?
Not there to mingle with them. I'm there to do the documentary.
You don't want to mingle with nobody, Lo?
That's your problem, you know.
Mingle on
You see
Saturday.
how you're over there now.
See, yeah, he's over. You see how he's
You're
over
not
there?
mingling with
Get him,
your
Tiff.
sister. I'm just saying.
I am. You're shooting a video. Right?
Okay, so we never shot videos before together.
Let's get this argument on camera.
This is not an argument.
You must understand too.
I'm trying to understand because what you're saying to me right now, since I haven't
What she's gonna
seen
say.
you.
I've been up since 5:30. What time you been up since, Tiff? Watch
Oh,
4:30.
yesterday.
Trump that.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm simply
It's the same
saying.
thing.
I'm simply saying to you that.
I'm going to bed. Is what I'm simply saying. You know?
What?
Catch me in the morning.
But you didn't say the morning. You said the afternoon.
Well, no. Here
Afternoon.
it is. But listen, he's been up all this time though, and he didn't want to get on video with me.
Because
What's
I've
up
been
with
sitting
that?
here
The
supporting
last
your
time
video.
the last time I seen you.
Does P Diddy need to get on the
Do you
video?
remember the last time
just
I
because
seen you?
Faith is singing? You can just sit in the room and support her. Go on, Faith.
But
Do
we
your
ain't
thing.
Pity and Faith. This is Tiff and Low.
Yeah, you light skin and she dark skin. That's opposite.
It is.
Like you would be Faith,
Ooh.
and you would be Peter. No, because
That's
you're
right.
you're the same complexion as Puff Daddy.
That's ignorance.
And-
She's the female. I'm the male. Like, we're now comparing the color. That would make that makes
You're
sense.
flashy, just like Puff Daddy.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna get on out of here. That's my snap back at Tiffany for not answering my questions the way I wanted her to. I'm gonna drop this without cutting it, and I don't think I'm gonna name this one Tiffany Hannah versus Trucker Brown.
Oh, we ain't had that yet.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
That's coming.
It's going down right here. We Audi 5000. Take my picture for Instagram. Boom. Hold up, let me get my picture for Instagram. Bam. Instagram is @Trucker Brown. Patreon TV Uncut link is in the description.